Hi friends, this is Laura with Potpourri of Life, and today is Tuesday. Yeah, I am talking for Frugal Friday, this coming Friday. What I want to share with you is what I did at the grocery store today. I don't go every single week, but what I do when I go is I check out the produce aisle. They have a rack of produce that's starting to go by, and usually it's Tuesday and Wednesday that they might have the rack with items, and usually it's on a Tuesday. Today I went and I ended up getting this bag of 5 bananas, and yes, they're starting to go. I can throw them in the refrigerator. I can put them in the freezer if I peel them, and that's what I sometimes do with bananas is I peel them, cut them in half, and put them in the freezer for smoothies. I might also make some banana bread. I haven't really decided what I'm going to do with it, but that's why I only got one bag, because there's some things I want to make. You can make pudding with bananas, by the way, too. So this bag of bananas cost me 39 cents. Typically, and it says it's 19 cents a pound that I picked up here. Typically, bananas here are going for 49 cents a pound. So I feel pretty good that I was able to get this as inexpensively as I did. The other thing that I got, I already picked up a 3-pound bag of red potatoes. I ran out and I wanted red potatoes because that's my favorite potato to buy. And what I do when I purchase them, and this wasn't marked up, this was just in the regular potato area, and I like using them. So what I did was, when I go and get them, I might pick up 3 bags, and I put them on the scale to see which bag is the heaviest, because it's per bag that you're paying for. And so these are 3-pound bags. It's an estimate. It's close, like maybe a 1/4 pound or less. So I put them on. I got the heaviest of the 3 bags I picked out, and then put the other 2 back so that I would get the best bang for my dollar. So I do that in the produce aisle. People that work there see me, and that's okay. I'm waiting for the day when they ask me what I'm doing, but I'm sure they already know. But where I was with the banana, on another shelf, they had potatoes as well. And this is about 6 white potatoes, and I got these for 44 cents. I do eat white potatoes too. I eat various potatoes depending on what I can get for the better price. Now I could have gotten more white potatoes, but because these are on the reduced rack, the other bags had some moisture buildup, and when that happens, there's usually some mold beginning, or the food is going bad too fast. So I don't like picking them up when the bag has moisture. So I got these, and tomorrow I'll be making a potato salad with them. So for 44 cents, is that what this one at 44 cents? Add my eggs and some mayonnaise and stuff, and I am golden. But these are the type of things I do when I go to the grocery store. The other thing that I do is I don't buy things in mass amounts when I get produce. First of all, I prefer to get it out of the garden when I can. Right now I'm not getting cucumbers and zucchini, just the lettuce and the kale and just a few things like that right now. What I did was I picked up 1 cucumber, and this will give me maybe 2 meals because David hasn't been interested in cucumbers. So I can either do that in my salads, or I can make a cucumber salad. I also picked up 1 zucchini, and there's a reason I'm telling you 1, and I'm being specific about that. Picked up 1 zucchini because I can make a small zucchini bread with, use the rest in a stir fry. I can combine banana and zucchini and make a bread like that, or muffins. So I only bought 1, and the reason is that when they're not right from the garden, they don't last as long for me. So I would just rather pick them up when I need them, because it saves me from feeding the compost. Do I put stuff in the compost? Yes. Do I feed the chickens? Yes. But I do not purchase so much that I have to do that, because the money that we have is hard earned, and lately it's hard to maintain our groceries within a reasonable amount. The other thing I did was I picked up 1 red pepper. Now this is organic. The other 2 didn't have stickers, but this one does. And you can tell by the number. This starts with an 8. So 8, 9, something, something. It's hard to read. But it is organic, so I paid a little bit more, but I only bought 1. And I feel good about that because I eat the skin. So, it's one thing like when you're buying something like a banana, when you take the peel off. This is something that I still will wash, but I want the, I'll only buy one because I don't know how long that'll last. So I'm going to take these vegetables and incorporate them into salads or stir fries. And that's what I do, because these vegetables here should provide us with 2 to 3 meals. And that's pretty good. And I know it sounds like, wow, you don't eat much. Well, you know what? You add in a few other things. I picked up some organic blueberries. These can go into my salad, and sometimes I do. I throw blueberries on the salad. My husband puts blueberries on oatmeal, or I might make blueberry muffins, whatever it may be. And so those will not go bad. So these will go into a couple of salads. The other thing I did was I bought a big 2-pound organic container of strawberries. Here in New Hampshire, it is strawberry season. I have not been to the farm to pick strawberries yet. It's just one of those things. Life has been crazy, hectic, but I did pick these up and they smell wonderful. When I shop for produce, like for strawberries, more so when it starts getting to be off season, but it can happen right now too, is I pick up the strawberry container and I start inspecting it. Because even in the midst of the season, you can find mold on your strawberries. And there's nothing worse than spending a lot of money on fruit or vegetables, and then in a day you find mold on it. So for me, that's what I do. And I don't care if anybody finds that peculiar, because it's not. It's me using our resources wisely. Now, going to the grocery store was kind of like a last minute, not really a last minute. I had my husband pick up the flyer on Sunday because he bought some milk. He needed a loaf of bread, and I've just been really busy, so I haven't been making him the bread. And I need to get back to that, but we still have another few weeks of stuff going on. So he did that, and I said, would you please pick me up the flyer, because I don't like going to the grocery store without knowing what's for sale. And I do get the email telling me it's up, but I didn't get a chance to do that, and I like the physical feeling of a flyer. So I went through and I saw a few things that, oh, we need to put that on our shelf. I make my own mayonnaise, but mayonnaise was on sale for $3.99 for the large container. I picked up 2. And the coffee that we typically drink was on sale, so we picked up 4 for each of us. And in saying that, we are going to be transitioning into trying some different coffee beans and grinding it ourselves and creating the flavors from things that I think I can do. I'm saying I think because I've never done it before, but I'm all up for trying something new. And I mean, I've had plain black coffee and I just put my creamer in and it's been fine. So what I'm sharing today is just that sometimes we can find deals in a produce rack, and a lot of people don't like to purchase there because it's like, oh, those are no good. Not necessarily. And like I've shared before, sometimes because the bananas look brown, people think they're no good. They're actually at the right stage. The part up here is not easily breaking off, so that's a good sign that these are fine. Now there was about 5 more bags of bananas, and I could have bought all of them, but I didn't need them, and plus I knew what my time constraints were for today and throughout the week, so I decided I'm just going to get one because they will always have that deal. Well, about a couple months ago they were like 25 cents a bag, but I'm just going to keep an eye on that. As things settle down, I'll be able to do more and get right on it, freezer or bake things and stuff like that. But if you go to the seconds in the grocery store for your fruits and vegetables, you might discover that you can get some things and stretch out your budget a little bit. The only thing I didn't do was they had organic chicken on sale today in the flyer. And I was a little disappointed because there was none there at the store. And they had others. I mean, I already find that over $2 a pound for chicken to be a little excessive. But I found what I wanted, I knew what I wanted to get, and I was prepared to buy like 2 whole chickens. And there wasn't any. And my husband even commented, he goes, I thought it was really kind of interesting they didn't have any chicken. I said, I did too, but I said, we have to remember that these flyers are for all the stores in the area. So it's not just ours. So it's very possible they sold out on Sunday and Monday. But they get new inventory on Tuesday and Wednesday, so I might go back and see if they have it because I want to get 2 whole chickens into our freezer. And that's something that we need to be aware of. One of the things that both my husband and I have noticed, that not only has our grocery bill kind of like doubled, we're not finding the things that we want to find. And that's been discouraging, but not totally. Today I did find some, I found a roast, and it was small. I don't buy the big roast because it's just two of us. So I bought a small roast and I brought it home and I repackaged it. I put it in freezer wrap, 2 layers of freezer wrap, because the way it came home, it's loosely wrapped. So I brought it home and I wrapped it again. First of all, it allows me to save space in the freezer. But, and then if you leave it in that same packaging, it has a tendency to get poked and stuff. So I always rewrap my meats. And plus, if there's anything wrong with it, I can return it right away. But typically I've had no problems with buying my meat that way. And it was on sale. So my husband was kind of hesitant. I said, well, you like roast beef sandwiches. If I make a roast with some potatoes in it and carrots and peas, I said, we'll have 1 or 2 meals there, but there'll be enough to make you roast beef sandwiches. And then he liked my rationale because, you know, you just are able to stretch that. It was a $10 roast, which I thought was a little pricey compared to what we've spent before, but it'll give us a few meals, and I assume about 4 meals. And then I bought some crock pot meat there. I can't think. I brought some meat that I can do for kebabs on the grill or in the crock pot, add in some vegetables and make a stew. It's almost, yeah, stew beef. And so I got that too. I was kind of disappointed because like 3 or 4 months ago, I was able to get meat in bulk because of all the sales and all that. There's really not good cuts of meat in the meat section, at least not for what I could see or for the time that I went. Now, if I go back in another day or two, maybe I'll find it. But I'm not one to go running to the store every day because that's a lot of time. And today when we went, and we usually go and we're gone for like 20 minutes and we're back home. Today we were gone for a little bit longer because I had a list based on this flyer of what we needed. And we wanted to stick to that list. A few things weren't there, not the end of the world. So all I'm sharing is that the biggest thing, the thing I want you to take away is that those racks of vegetable and fruit seconds, they're not necessarily bad. But take them like I do my strawberries. If there's strawberries there, just kind of do an inspection on any of the fruit and any of the vegetables that you get. Make sure there's no mold growing. And like with potatoes, make sure the bags don't have a lot of moisture buildup, because that's a sign that things are not going so well. So I hope this was helpful. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I hope that you do. I am trying to do Frugal Fridays every week. Although I'm recording this on Tuesday, because that's when I went to the grocery store, I am going to try to do something small every week for you. So hopefully this was informative, and I hope to see you back. Leave a comment if you have any ideas or any frugal tips yourself that you have at the grocery store. And with the coffee, I will share when I start that using somebody recommended a brand, which I'm going to try. And there's a few others that we're going to try. We're going to get the beans. We're going to do the coffee grinder. I use it usually for my herbs to grind it down. But I have 2 of them, so I can use one for just strictly the coffee. And so I'll be back sharing that when I start that. So folks, I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're saving money. And may God bless you.